and this is Super Bowl Sunday.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. The first Super Bowl of the new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Tom Brady trots onto the field here with the rest of his offense, and they are now coming off their first loss of the season, Charles. Week 9, go to Baltimore, lose 37-20 to Lamar Jackson and company. And for Tom Brady, look, still playing incredible, don't get me wrong, but last 4 weeks, only 4 touchdown passes.
And I lay that more at the feet of New England administration right now, because we've talked for years that he doesn't have enough receivers, but they always had enough receivers, and Tom Brady made them better. In this case now, I'm not sure they actually have enough receivers. Julian Edelman is still there. They just traded for Mohamed Sanu, and then after that, start to name them. Good luck with that. They've got to find guys who can make those big catches, and they're obviously missing some key guys from their past.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
Sony Michel was taken near the end of the 1st round in the 2018 draft, but boy, did he earn his keep in that season with New England. Really came out in the playoffs, scored the only touchdown in the Super Bowl win over the Rams. Expect bigger and better from Sony Michel moving forward.
On 2nd down, it's White. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. 1st down, here's White. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Starting lineup here for the 49ers defensively, and you know we had J.J. Watt go down with a pec injury in Houston, and now for this 49er defense, Quan Alexander, pec injury, and he's done for the year.
Oh, and that's so sad for them, because remember, they acquired Quan Alexander to help solidify the interior of their defense, to pair him with now the 2nd-year linebacker Fred Warner out of BYU, and what a combo they were. When you think about some of the great 49er defenses, you think about inside linebackers, specifically Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman. These guys were going to be that version in 2019.
And the Quan Alexander torn pec against the Cardinals in Week 9, done for the year. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. Throwing now is Brady. He's got Sanu. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play wildcat quarterback for you as well.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Throwing over the middle, and It's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. On second down now, it's White. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Brady. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Jimmy Garoppolo leading out the undefeated San Francisco 49ers. And for Garoppolo, 2-year anniversary of the trade that brought him from New England to San Francisco happened on Halloween. That was back in 2017. And a nice little anniversary gift in 2019. Arguably his best game yet. 317 yards against the Arizona Cardinals and a career-high 4 touchdowns, Charles.
And what was beautiful about that, besides the fact he went to 16-2 as an NFL starting quarterback, here's the thing. The one question people kept asking, can San Francisco win if the game is totally in Jimmy Garoppolo's hands? And I think he answered that question against Arizona on Thursday night. Running game wasn't its normal self, right? Defense played well, but not as well as they'd been playing. They needed every one of those touchdown passes and every one of those big throws from him. He has to feel much more confident moving forward, as does San Francisco in him.
By the way, list of 49er quarterbacks with 300 or more yards passing, 4+ touchdowns, and no INTs in a regular season game. Steve Young did it 3 times, Jeff Garcia twice, Elvis Grbac, and then you had Joe Montana do it once, and now Jimmy Garoppolo.
That tells you just how difficult it is to do if Joe Montana only did it once.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. A 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the rookie fourth-rounder Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep for the Patriots, Gunnar Olszewski. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Patriots take over. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie. 31 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. From the 38, Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 62 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's get that ball,
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here we go, here we go. 54. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 34-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
On play action, now Garoppolo. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now Garoppolo. And this is Selleck here with a grab. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Check. Watch me before. I'm going to come back to you.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Tom Brady and the Super Bowl champs ready for their next possession. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 26. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Brady gives this to White. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Niners' 42-yard line.
A reminder coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. A throw complete to Dorsett. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. He hits White, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Brady going to throw, and lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, but now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down, and this is caught. It's Edelman, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that in too many play sheets, do you?
No.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing.
Touchdown, 49ers! Kendrick Bourne, 59 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones.
Mohamed Sanu with nobody ahead of him. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there just before halftime. 65 yards. To throw, it's Brady. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. There to get a hand in and knock that one away, DJ Reed. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Brady. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot before half for Brady. Here's Sanu on the catch. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, as time expires in the first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went back. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The halftime show, quite a spectacle, but it's back to football for the second half of Super Bowl 53. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 43 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure what this is about.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive. Brady gives to Michelle. Still on his feet. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 35 on 2nd down. Brady. And a connection. This is Ryan Izzo, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Brady on the bootleg. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker Fred Warner right there on the coverage. Well, with that incompletion, let's tap into the useless facts file, shall we? 3 guys with the last name Allen got the start in Week 9. Josh in Buffalo, Kyle in Carolina, Brandon in Denver. All 3 got the win. And, Charles, that's the first time in league history that 3 QBs sharing the last name won on the same weekend.
How about that? And I think for Brandon Allen, his first start as well, so not bad. Now, throw in the guys who have the same last name and their starts. Let's go to 2000. The Johnsons, Brad, Doug, and Rob. And in 1984, we're really digging deep here. I love this. Dave, Wade, and Mark Wilson. Now, to my recollection, none of them were related. Just all had
the same last name. Who would you take, the Johnsons, or would you take the Wilsons?
I'll take the Johnsons because I actually remember them playing. But, I'm sorry, you're getting mad at me for that comment. But none of them ever won on the same weekend, so we witnessed NFL history this past week.
We certainly did. Great NFL history. At least Brad Johnson won a Super Bowl.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
Now, Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Shakes off the sack. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Coleman now. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Kendrick Bourne, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Leaves him behind on the spin. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
They go play action here on first down. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. To throw is Brady. And this one brought in by Sanu. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Brady nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Brady with a hook up to the fellow veteran Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Here's Brady. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 35. Throwing on first down is Brady. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Patriots have Taking the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that will shave one more off this lead. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Kyle Van Noy in on the stop. Throwing on second down. Garoppolo.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Now, pass complete here to Sanders. And they can't corral him. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Ross Dwelly there to make the grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Getting set to go again, Mohamed Sanu is marching back onto the field now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Second tour of duty for Watson with the Patriots. Remember, New England drafted him way back in 2004 out of Northwestern. He retired in the offseason after finishing the campaign with New Orleans, but decided to come back for one more go-around with the Patriots, and they might need him, especially with Rob Gronkowski no longer in uniform. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Michel. Oh, able to avoid him. And now running right through it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now a first down carry. It's Michel.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Powerful running. My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and forever. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Caught by the tight end, Watson. It's a foot race. The 30. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Following the penalty, Michel. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and about a mile here.
Down. And 2 stop. Let's go. 60 weapons. Tight on.
Now Stidham. Caught by Sanu. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Trying to hurry to the line on the very outskirts of field goal range. Stidham steps away to his left. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So here now is the kicker, Nick Folk. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So here now is the kicker, Nick Folk. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. Brady. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or
Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are...
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Kyle Van Noy coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here we go.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Stidham. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 35. On 1st down, Michel. Oh, and breaks another. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And now they're in the hurry-up. 2nd down, Stidham to throw. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We know there's already a spotlight on this rookie quarterback, an even bigger spotlight here in overtime of this game, a costly pick.
No doubt about that, but here's the key. game's not over. He may very well get another shot at this thing. So now he's got to go to the sideline, hope his defense picks him up, and be ready to go back out there and maybe make a similar throw, hopefully successfully the next time.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Here we go.
From the 22, Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Garoppolo, of course, a second-round pick in 2014 by these New England Patriots. Started only 2 games for them during his time there, both wins back in 2016. There was a lot of... And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Move over, James White. You've got a new rival for best finish to a Super Bowl ever. Will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
Year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel, get a bird's eye view. Hotel, got a waiting room. Get a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go. Black 80! Check. Watch 54. Let's go out the field.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Like 20! Right there. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, switch gears.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Wait, 20. General West. Hey, let's go. It's coming this way. Here we go. Hey, hold 66.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. In his own end zone, it's Brady. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
On 2nd and 7, Brady, slant route, caught by Edelman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They go play action here on first down. And his pass incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And that's complete. It's Watson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Wait, set, ready? Right, 51. Down to lose one.
They'll run with Michelle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. No score after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Brady now on first down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, Charles, let's take a quick peek back to Week 9. We saw the first win for the Dolphins, first loss for the Patriots. So what we're left with is one 8-0 team, the 49ers, and one 0-8 team in the Bengals. So what happens first, a Bengals win or a 49ers loss?
Ooh, that's a very intriguing question, isn't it? And you really don't like this race because the Bengals, you're hoping to actually get a win and get off the schneid. But look, Cincinnati, they got Baltimore, at Oakland, Pittsburgh, and the Jets.
Emmanuel Sanders. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Breida, he'll try the right side. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. An 11-yard touchdown. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. A strong running. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Wait, set,
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Brady. Here's Sanu on the catch. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. Brady to throw for it on fourth down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down. That's complete to Sanders. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. That'll bring up second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The final shot before half for Brady. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because
We often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 23 yards, the final tally.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner with good time.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in.
There he goes, right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big-time run there by Sony Michel. 43 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Brady going to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Still just a third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Here's Brady to throw. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3.
Oh, yeah!
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. A pass complete here to Sanders. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15.
White.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Got a man. He finds Sanders.
All day, baby, all day.
15 for the Niners there and a first down.
I'm coming up to you. Like 80.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now left side on the swing pass. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Rush in.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter.
With the score, Niners.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now they go screen. It's complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Garoppolo now, first down throw. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And yet again it's Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Complete to Tevin Coleman.
Here we go.
On third down, a run from Breida. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Come on.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They say you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Like 20. Good track.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Emmanuel Sanders. Touchdown, 49ers. Emmanuel Sanders, 68 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson, he's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And he's got Snead. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson, they go screen. This is Ingram. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. How about the two Bosa brothers, by the way? Both defensive players of the week in Week 8 for their respective conferences. Joey had 2 sacks, 4 tackles for loss in a win over the Bears. Nick had 3 sacks and a pick in a win over Carolina. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This time Jackson will throw it. Flushed out right. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame.
Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this out past the 10. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. That's pulled in at the 32. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 31. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, 31 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mike, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
21.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And Sanders has got it complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Here we go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come here.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead. As time expires in the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And this is caught. So how about that? They get the 2. Not sure why they went for it, but they do have the lead now here on the final play of this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's Jackson. Snead's got it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, You often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and he's going to go down again.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarkowski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a 49er first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Alert! 80 weapons.
And that's complete to Sanders. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Here we go. Wait. 57 for Mike. 57 for Mike. Come on, man.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Back now here in Santa Clara. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. On third down, Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On first down, here's Breida. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida. 34 yards. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown.
Oh, you're coming. Check 99. Check 99. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to be 49er football. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. A throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline, you've cut down your field in a big way significantly. And the guys who play in the 2nd and 3rd level, those linebackers and DBs, they know that. And they know they don't have nearly as much space to cover. And they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Here we go. 12, 180. Couple.
Left side here to Sanders. And he's got this down to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Breida. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes it...
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out in my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like...
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Check, check. 11.
They go play action here on first down. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! 21.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
Here we go, here we go.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a third and long. On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. K.J. Wright providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a fourth and long. And look at this, they're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Let's look double count right here, double count.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. This is Breida. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Check line 54. Line 54. I'm good. 21. Here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. He's at the 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 67 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, what a move. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Now Wilson on 1st down. And Dixon has it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. As a defense, what a nuisance when you look on the other side and they've got a tight end that can run a post route like that.
And you felt the ground shake, didn't you? Oh, you've been all the way up here in this booth. How about when he grabbed the football? You could see.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the side.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. These two teams all tied after one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they got it with a 2nd down coming up. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Breida. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
Well, hey, we talked about the AFC playoff picture. Let's look at the NFC. That's a different story. You've got Dallas and Philly neck and neck in the East. Then Green Bay, New Orleans, and San Francisco as division leaders. But we're only 2 more wild card spots. Going to be some good teams left out in the cold in January.
Yeah, because right now you got Seattle at 7-2, Minnesota 6-3. They would be in as of right now. But the Rams, 5-3, Carolina, and whoever doesn't win the East out of either Dallas or Philadelphia, this is going to be a heck of a battle, isn't it? People are going to have an effect on this conference with every game that's played, maybe even teams that aren't in the conference. Because if you lose to someone, anyone, it could knock you out of the race.
14, it's our time. It's our time. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. I got you, punk. 51's the mic. Right.
Third and long. It's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Odd. 5 down. Stand up.
Now it's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got Rocket. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Now it's Carson. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Wilson got Gordon open, completes it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Carson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down forthcoming. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Myers' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they'll go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about,
change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Here's Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target. And now it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Wilson. And the tight end, Dixon, left side. A gain there of 21 yards. And that